was I? They said, no, be not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red dog has caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Baltimore Ravens. Bradley Pinion has it teed up, and here we go with two of the most exciting offenses around as the Bucs visit Baltimore. Play fake. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They go play action now. Jackson. Flushed out right. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Jackson to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together, first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Escaping the pressure right. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally bring it down, but he reaches the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On play action, now Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. Rolling to his right. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. defender. Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On third down, here's Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. Brady to throw for it on fourth down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get him in position to try a field goal.
Yeah,
they've got his man complete. And some room to maneuver. A big play there on the catch and run.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The return is Duvernay. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 29. Again, it's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. Runs over him. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 3-yard touchdown run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return is Duvernay. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. That's Watkins. Gets through, and now an opening. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Gus Edwards punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, We're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Jones. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now Brady. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. One play, 75 yards. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion.
Jackson to throw.
Dancing to his left. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Again, it's Jones.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on them, it'd be up in the 300s right now. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done.